people, welcome. It's another farm day to Saniak Agropreneurs TV. Today we are jumping into the world of cassava. The other time we touched about cassava just for a bit, but today we are here next to a full grown cassava tree. So this one is a mature cassava tree. As you can see back there, you've been seeing some waste cassava or some cassava which have been removed. So this is an example of one I'm harvesting. Actually, all those you can see behind you there, they are harvested cassava trees. So they have just been removed and they have been placed for some use. I'll take you through some of the uses that you're going to use this waste. So first of all, let us have and see if we can have something from this one. So we are going to harvest this one. It's an easy task. And wow, I have the cassava. So this is an example of cassava. I broke this one. This one I broke it. So as you can see, this is an actual cassava from the ground. So that is simple way of how to harvest a mature cassava. So you can see I'm having some cassava. I can take them for lunch, breakfast. See, it's a fresh one from the farm. So after finishing, you can pluck it using your hands, bare hands like that. But there are some pieces which are broken like that one that can be used. Follow them through to the ground. So you can use a djembe or something like that. You follow them. The best way to plant is using ridges. That's why you can see it's easy for me to harvest, just like the one that I've just removed. So planting cassava requires some skills. I'm going to take you through. So this is one of the reasons why harvesting cassava can be made easy while planting them on ridges. So here I am. Like I told you the other time, we are going to find the uses of this. I was calling them waste. So these are small pieces of cassava trees that have been broken from the used or from the harvested cassava. So these are what I call seedlings, or the cuttings here are the seedlings of the cassava tree. So you can see here I have my cassava, I have a ridge. So one thing, you make a ridge a bit wide because cassava harvest or cassava takes some space. So the spacing of cassava, the other time I told you, is 1 meter or 1.5 meter for planting. For seeds or for developing seedlings, you can use smaller space, which is about 1.5 meter. But for planting to harvest or for planting for a season, you give it a space of about 1 meter or 1.5 meter. So you construct your ridge like this, and then the other thing is just to insert or to place them inside some meters like that. It's an easy task. So that's how you plant. So one of the things that you should consider, or is important, and most farmers make mistake, is planting this. So this one is straight, it is supposed to go this way, or in other words, this is the top part, this is the part which is going to go to the ground for some meters. So the roots will develop in these nodes. So it is important for you to have a cassava like this, which has a lot of nodes, so that you can have many places they grow or they develop into root tubers that you harvest or what you are interested in. So this is a straightforward seed or a straightforward cutting that I'm going to pluck into the ground to this level. But what about this? Some people, or most people, confuse it by placing it upside down. So you can confuse, instead of planting it this way, most people plant it the other way around. Not that it will not grow, it will grow, but you have planted it the opposite direction. So most people are asking question, why are my cassava growing the other way around? But that is actually what they did. They planted it upside down. So you should be very careful when handling this tree. Make sure you know the top part. So this is the top part, and this is the part that is going to go to the ground. So that is what is very important to consider while planting cassava. So you can see this, I planted them about a week, or I planted them on 2nd of June. They have started growing. You can see there are some signs here. You can come close here. You can see this one is shooting, or it is trying to grow. You can come to this other one here. Even this one is developing. This one is not yet, but it is very green and healthy, and you can see it is just about to shoot. The same with all these. You can see this one is growing. This one has started shooting. So it just takes about a week. Take a look at this one. This one has just started growing here. Also here there are some shoots. So you can see it is extended to this place. So the best way to plant is to use ridges. So as you can see, this part of the ridge, so you can still add. So this part, or the part which is remaining, is a trench or somehow inside. So you can place a fertilizer here. If you use fertilizer or manure, you can place them in this line, so to extend this ridge up to this place. So you'll have a very big ridge from that place to this place. So you can see how important it is to use the ridges like you have just done there. Harvesting will be made easy. You just have to unpluck it from the ground, or you just remove it from the ground, even using your bare hands. Since the ground is soft, the tubers that you're interested in are very close to the surface, so you can easily harvest using these methods. So I can say that is it for today. It's a cassava farm day. So see you next time. Don't forget to press the like button, subscribe down there, comment, give me your opinion, give me your experiences on the same about cassava. See you next time. Bye bye.